So they arrange us in a circle. ATEEZ finally comes out and they come out on my side. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, they're real people. They're like a foot away from me and I'm like waving to them. And Sun like has his hand up and then I see it like coming straight for my hand and my face just goes like and his hand touches mine. He like high fives me and I'm dead. Like, I've peaked. I cannot go higher than this because that moment is just the best moment that's ever happened to me in my life. I'm gonna move this aside so I can talk. If you are an ATEEZ, you know that ATEEZ recently came to LA to do a fan sign, and me being me, I just wanted, you know, to know that I took the chance. The price was okay, but that shipping, what the heck? It was a lot. I don't know how you all do it. It was a lot. So in addition to the fan sign, or trying for the fan sign, I also was a part of one of the videos that ATEEZ did while they were here in LA. Wait, okay. I need to actually be opening these while I'm talking about it, right? So yes, I was in the one that was in a weird shady warehouse. So I'm talking about all of this before the video comes out so that I don't forget everything. So I don't know what the video is going to look like. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be in it. I'll be in the periphery. I saw some people on Twitter being like, oh my gosh, how'd they even pick these people? So I'm part of this Facebook group called Asian Creative Network. It's just a group for creatives who are Asian to be able to connect, work together, help each other out. It's like a support network. And so I really like this group. I mean, it has its issues, but like at the end of the day, it got me this opportunity because somebody posted in it being like, hey, if you're interested in K-pop, there's going to be this video on this day. Please comment below if you're interested. And so my friends and I commented below and we got in. I will say, everyone in line was definitely a K-pop fan. They all like knew each other. I saw so many people being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you're here too. I even recognized some of the people there from like other NCT events that I've been to. There were a few dance groups there. Sola was there, and then this other group that I think had danced with ATEEZ before, and some of them mentioned that some people posted on Instagram or Twitter about the opportunity and that's how they found out. Okay, I'm gonna keep cutting. Oh my gosh, what have I done? So in general, I worked on set before, so I wasn't really surprised when we were stuck out there for kind of a long time. But I will say that the production team was very kind, very thoughtful of us, always like thinking of what we might need. The producer Kenji made himself super open and like always asked us if we had questions. He was very helpful. I liked him a lot. But so it was like 2 or 3 hours after we had started waiting in line, and the producer suddenly comes out and is like, hey, by the way, you need to know ATEEZ's dances. You don't actually have to like know them, but you just have to like do something because we're gonna all be dancing to them like together for the game that we're about to play. And I was like, well, I don't know how to dance to save my life, so I don't know what you want me to do. So everybody outside is like starting to practice ATEEZ's dances and things like that, but like we literally have like maybe 20 to 30 minutes to practice. And so we get in there, they arrange us in an oval, and I'm literally like squashed right next to the people next to me. So in my head, I'm just like, how the hell are you going to get us to dance together like this, especially to ATEEZ's songs, which involve a lot of movement? Like, you want us to dance to Hala Hala like this? It's just not going to work. So I was a little doubtful from the start. Let's get started. They could clearly tell it was not working out after like maybe like the 10th time that we did it. And so they changed the punishment to be that the 2 people who said the number at the same time are now in the middle dancing together instead of everybody dancing together. And so I think this worked a lot better, and then you did not have to know the dance. A lot of people did really funny things instead. Some people said the number at the same time as ATEEZ and got to dance with ATEEZ, which is also really exciting and super fun to watch. I did not go into the center because I am the type of person who really wants to blend into the wall. I would not be caught dead in the center of that freaking circle. Like, you will... No, you're not gonna catch me there. It went on for a really long time, I'm not gonna lie. We messed up so many times. We couldn't even get past the number 2 for the longest time. But after a while, we finally developed a strategy. I will say I do think ATEEZ was really tired and wanted to go home, but they kept a really good attitude and personality throughout it. I'm gonna open this. Oh my gosh. To open this, there's no way. This is more tightly packed than the ones that I got, oh my gosh, before. Okay. Okay, all right. You can just watch my other unboxing to see all my genuine first time reactions to these beautiful, beautiful photos and these beautiful, beautiful stickers. But I am going to peek at what photo card I got. Ta-da! Oh my gosh! I got Mingi. And then I'm acting like everything else is going to be different. It's Mingi. One down. I can't even put it back on. Alright, so let me talk more about the members, okay? Most of them were smaller than I thought they'd be. Like Songhwa, San, Uyong, they were all smaller than I thought they'd be. And I think part of it is they have such big energy and big personality on videos, on stage, that to see them in real life and be real people was kind of surprising. They're all super, super, super beautiful and in a really natural way. Should I say this? When I've done high touch in the past, I can see that some idols are wearing a lot of makeup, which is not a bad thing, but ATEEZ was wearing pretty light makeup and they still looked flawless. I just don't understand, they're literally still going through puberty, and how Yoonho and Mingi were just as tall as I thought they'd be though, and then Hongjun was just as small as I thought he'd be. It really struck me, especially at the very end of the game, they went around and high-fived everyone, and then as they were doing that, I felt like I was eye level with some of them. And I was not, because I'm really freaking short, but it felt like they were close to my eye level, and I was like, that's weird. San is my bias, but I have many bias wreckers, and one of the ones that I don't talk about a lot is Yoonho, and so I just felt from the second that they stepped out, my eyes were just drawn to him the whole time. I just, was so charmed by him. His personality is so funny, and his smile is so captivating, and his cheeks are just so squishable, and I just, of course he's wonderful in pictures and in videos, but in real life I was just very, 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 very charmed, and I kept looking in his direction, but I couldn't look in his eyes. I had to avoid eye contact. I can't handle it. This video is so messy. Oh my god. At the end, we took a picture all together, and I was between Uyong and Yoonho, and Uyong's hand was right by my foot, so I looked down and I noticed how tiny it was. It felt like it was the size of my hand, and my hands are freaking small. This is the album, and this is my hand. And also, when we were taking the picture, Uyong was walking right towards me, and so I said, "Hi, Uyong," as a say hi, don't expect him to actually acknowledge me, but he looked right in my face and said, "Hello," and I just brain farted. I could not function after that, so I stayed completely silent and did not say anything else to him because I was so shocked. But if I could go back in time and talk to him, I would say how much I love his mom. I love his relationship with his mom, and I love him because he's such a thoughtful person. Like, he's just aware and always thinking of other people, and I'm so appreciative of that. And even though I didn't say any of that, I hope he knows it. And then Yosung, my baby, I noticed like halfway through, all of the other members had said numbers at some point, but Yosung hadn't said a single number. I was just like, this is so relatable. We are like weirdly similar. So I related hardcore, and halfway through he finally said a number, and I was so proud of him. Proud enough to also say a number. They also are just so funny. I mean, this just goes without saying. They would be cracking jokes the entire time. Like, for example, if two people said the number 8 at one time, they're like, oh, it's okay. You're just saying ATEEZ, we get it. ATEEZ, it's fine. I remember smiling the entire time, although I don't remember everything that happened. My friend Tien, who is right next to me, she got everyone, including ATEEZ, laugh several times. And she kept like shooting hearts at them, and at one point she was like very overtly shooting hearts to Hongjung, and he sent one back. I was just like, was that to you? So they, I feel like I got eye contact with at least every single one of them, and they were very attentive to their fans. As I mentioned, they're like one of the groups that just makes themselves so available to their fans. I do want to address a concern that other people brought up. I think in general, with 74 people, we all have very different personalities and like are coming to this situation with very different circumstances. And so I think some people were definitely like more of the shyer type, but I think that at the end of the day, it's all just to have fun, and like nobody's here to like hate on anyone. There was one part where Hongjung said like, games are supposed to be fun, like this is supposed to be fun. And I think that like at the end of the day, that's just what we all wanted, was just to have a good time with ATEEZ. But it's kind of nerve-wracking when you're saying the numbers, right? Everybody's eyes are on you. We have to start all over again if you screw up. So in that sense, I do feel like it's a lot of pressure. I can see how you can feel really anxious in the moment. And so this one person definitely started like feeling anxious and like hyperventilating, so they had to step off to the side. It just happened to happen directly after Wooyoung kind of yelled at them jokingly, like, just do it, just say the number, because we want to get on with the game. I didn't perceive it to be his fault, and I hope he didn't perceive it to be his fault, but this person's friends, or at least the people who were sitting next to them, started pointing at this person and like sort of like pointing at Wooyoung in a way that was sort of like, this is your fault, you should go comfort her. I guess I like wasn't paying that much attention because I was more concerned about the fact she was freaking hyperventilating. But eventually, was the one who got up and went to go comfort that person. But later on online, I saw somebody accusing this person of orchestrating the whole thing, like not actually having a panic attack, but just wanting their bias to go comfort them. I wouldn't know, but to be clear, we played several rounds of this game and we got close to 82 several times. And so this person clearly looked anxious the multiple times that they had to say a number. So in terms of that, I don't think that they're faking any of their anxiety. And yeah, that incident as well as like a few other things just make me think a lot about like how ATEEZ is one of those groups that makes themselves super available to their fans in ways that I think fans may start to take for granted. I really hope that that never happens, and that we're always grateful for what they give us, and that we're always able to give back in the same measure. In general, in a relationship, in a friendship with somebody else, you never want it to be just one-sided take. And so I think similarly in a relationship with an artist, that we can show compassion to them in the ways that they've shown compassion to us, so it can be an equal relationship in that way too. Long tangent, very unrelated. What am I talking about? I think everyone there was pretty respectful. Nobody like crowded them or tried to touch them unnecessarily. So yeah, on the bright side, there's that. I'm gonna open the next one. Oh my gosh, this is not going to come out. Okay, let's see whose photo card I got this time. Ooh, it's Hongjung. He looks so good. Oh my gosh, I just opened to a picture of Songhwa. I can't believe he looks like this. Like there's a person that looks like this out there. He exists, he's in real life. And then I saw him and I touched his hand. Oh my gosh. I got another Mingy one too. Oh, well, thank you. Okay. Let's see. I'm also really proud of them because they spoke English the whole time. They didn't speak to us in Korean once, you know, they didn't need a translator really once. Hongjung explained all the instructions to us in English, like all by himself. Oh, what a guy, Hongjung. When you do high touch, it's like over in 5 seconds and you're just like, oh, like I didn't get to say anything that I got to say. I didn't get to like do all the things that I wanted to do. And so I think this is a really good opportunity to be able to do what we couldn't do in a high touch. So this is the best interaction that I've had with a K-pop artist, in my opinion, because all I've ever had before were high touches. I'm sorry, Aaron. This album is not opening. Alrighty, here we go. Let's see if I got 2 photo cards again. That was exciting. So I finally got a sound photo card. You know, it only took like 4 albums. I also got a Hongjung one. Did the first one that I opened have 2 in it too? Listen, these albums are too hard to open for me to figure that out right now. But so this is the other version of Hongjung than this one had. I'm gonna just, you know, keep these out here so I can continue to appreciate them in my own time. Haha. I'm trying to think of what else to say. While we were taking the group picture, this girl was explicitly telling Yeosang, she was very clear, like, Yeosang, you have to listen to this, that he has an amazing voice and he's absolutely wonderful and so sweet, and that he needs to know that he's talented, like his talents are like noticed and appreciated and worth it. And I was like, that's the most freaking beautiful thing that someone has ever said. And like, I'm so glad that somebody got the chance to tell Yeosang that. I literally like, there's no way this is coming out. This one was very fun to unbox, but I was unable to unbox it. Okay, that was fun. Completely ignoring the one that I was unable to open, this is the last one. I'm also running out of battery and I don't know where my other battery for my camera is, so let's get this over with. Also, while we were taking the picture, this is like a few days after ATEEZ's Mama performance. And so Wooyoung started like singing under his breath Blood, Sweat and Tears by BTS. I was just like, I'm like so shocked by it that again I did not say a single thing, but you know, I think he wanted to be complimented on his voice because he overheard Yeosang being complimented for his voice. And so I'm sorry that I failed you again. Wooyoung, please like still keep singing for us. And also I can't open this one either. Another Hongjung card. Oh my god. Somebody blessed these albums. Oh, another Mingy one. Hongjung, like, you know, farted all over these albums, and then all the photo cards came out Hongjung. Yeah, thank you for joining me on this journey. This experience was just like one of the best things to ever happen to me. Like, I just was reeling from it like days afterwards. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I'm so happy to have gotten the chance. Yeah. I don't know, I'm so glad to have had all this fun with ATEEZ, and I hope that they had a really good time with us too, and that they continue to thrive and prosper. I'm so excited for their tour in April. I bought tickets, VIP, yo. I say as I don't have money, but it's worth it because they're the best. Woo! See you when I see you. Peace.